Yo, what's going on? What's happening? Let me tell you something. I know people will say, oh man, I can get coconuts, drink coconut water in Florida, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, you can. Anywhere, I think there's a few coconut trees, not just in Florida. I think like around Alabama, Mississippi, and California, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? I'm just assuming. But it's nothing like drinking this coconut water, being that I climbed up the coconut tree and chopped a few coconuts down, came home and busted them open and put them in containers like this. It's nothing like drinking this coconut water while living a stressless life. And I'm not here. It's not a flex. Because anyone that puts their mind to whatever goal that they want to achieve, they can achieve it. Especially being in the situation I'm in. You can live the same type of lifestyle I'm living. But it's nothing like it, man. Living life knowing that pretty much I'm not stressed out. I'm not stressed about anything. Now the question is, for you all that are living in America, has America stressed you out? And you don't even have to answer that question. I'll answer it for you. I know it has. I know America is taking its toll on you. It's stressed you out. It's worn you down. And at one point in time, people couldn't see it. Most of the time when we're stressed out about something, especially in the Black community, we don't talk about it. We keep it bottled up inside. But it's gotten to the point where now people can see it. It's written all over your face. You don't have to say a word. It's the lack of your smile, that's turned into frowns. You ain't smiling anymore. Got bags under your eyes. You know what I'm saying? You was always, a little on the chunky side, but now, that's turned into just excessive fat. You gain weight. You know what I'm saying? People hardly see you nowadays because when you're going through things, especially in the Black community, you don't want nobody to see you. You stay buried inside your house, in particular your room, your bedroom. I get it. I used to live like that. I used to be like that. And as things are getting worse in America, we don't know if there's going to be a World War III based on what your man did yesterday. You know what I'm saying? That's your president. Gas prices, food prices, everything is going up. Things are gonna get worse. And that's a lot of weight that the average American has to hold. Especially if, you hardly getting by nowadays. They say that the number one killer is stress. And I truly believe that. Real talk. It's nothing like it. If you want to unalive yourself, then all you have to do is live in America and go through what the average person is going through. You don't have to smoke cigarettes. You don't have to drink. You don't have to eat wrong. None of that. Matter of fact, to be real with you, stress leads to excessive eating. Stress leads to you smoking. Stress leads to you drinking. Straight up. Stress leads to promiscuity. Stress leads you to continue to do this on your cell phone. And it makes it even worse when you get online and on social media, it appears as though that people are doing great and you're the only one that's doing bad. Straight up. That's why it's like some things I really want to show you all, but I know that right now it's not the time for it. That some people may look at me and say, man, who he think he is? He think he better than me. He always trying to throw stuff up my face and this and that, so forth, and it's far from the furthest truth. Whatever I show you, whether it's me being at the beach, whether it's me drinking coconut water or whatever it may be, I'm here to motivate and inspire you to live out your dreams before you leave this planet. That your concerns should be strictly your own concerns. And you shouldn't have to worry about anyone else's. And it's time for you to bet on yourself. It's time for you to take a gamble. It's time for you to trust in yourself, to gamble on yourself. But I really feel where you're coming from. You got all of these content creators, they on boats, they on yachts, and they renting out this and they rent out. Most of the time, they don't even own the stuff that they rent, that they show you that they have. Straight up. I don't have a problem with telling you that this is not my house. I don't have a problem with telling you if I'm in a car that I rented, I'm gonna let you know that. Because I want to show you that just like I can live the places that I'm living in, the countries that I'm living in, you can do it too. That it's not a secret. All you have to do is just gamble and have trust and faith in yourself, and it's just that plain and simple. It's nothing complicated. You don't have to be stressed out anymore, any longer. Real talk. There's no way in the world I would allow America to stress me out any more than what it had done in the past. Excuse me. And it's hard to look on social media and see people crying. People not knowing what to do because they done lost their job. People living in storage units. People living in their cars. You got this generation that has totally given up on just life, period. They like, yo, man, I'm not going to work. I'm not going to do nothing. I'm just going to be homeless. Because homelessness is a better option nowadays than getting in that gerbil wheel. You got other people that's still running, thinking as they dangle that carrot in front of your face, thinking that eventually you're going to get to that finish line. Eventually you're going to be able to grab that carrot. But at the end of the day, it's a thing called cognitive dissonance. You know, at the end of the day, that while you're running and trying to get that carrot, you know in the back of your mind that you ain't gonna never achieve it. You're never gonna get to that finish line. Straight up. You know it. So yeah, man, I decided that I wasn't gonna allow America to stress me out. Straight up. I wasn't gonna allow America to directly stress me out, because America can stress you out indirectly. And what I mean by that is, believe it or not, when you leave out of the country, you start living in other countries outside of America, you'll find out slowly but surely, America has its claws in everybody's country, in everyone's business. So it's imperative that I would tell you, if you decided that, live outside of America, that you keep up with current events, especially what's going on in America. So when people ask me, yo, man, why you don't even talk? Why you never talk about what's going on in the country that you live in, but you always in America's business? Because American business is it's straight up, it's the truth, is the world's business. That's real shit. And from what I'm seeing, man, Americans have given up And I'm seeing a decline in just in people being happy. You know, I'm hearing these horror stories, and they're just horrible, man. Like, you know, people saying, you know, I get up every morning and I go to work and I come home and I just keep on doing that every day. And then on the weekends, I don't have any money to spare. So I find myself just, I don't know, just sitting at home doing nothing. And that's crazy, because that's not how we were meant to live. That's not how life was supposed to be. But to a lot of Americans, that's how life is. And that's a harsh reality, knowing that you got to deal with that every day. I can tell you this, seriously, you know, I couldn't deal with it. There's no way in the world, you know, it's no way in the world I could do it. Like, I can tell you I had a cheat code, you know, as far as leaving the country. And that cheat code was, I've never been the person to work a 9 to 5. What I'm experiencing, the freedom that I'm experiencing, it's nothing new to me. I've always had a certain type of freedom. Out of all my years on living on this planet, I can tell you, I can sum up the amount of years that I spent working. And I can tell you in total now, we're talking about temporary jobs combined together, I've never worked a full year, let alone 6 months at one job. And all of these jobs that I'm about to add up, right? We're talking about when I was in my 20s. Straight up. In total, out of my whole life, I'm 51. In total, out of my whole life, I've worked 2 years out of my whole life. That's my word. So when people say, "Hey, you know what, man? You talking about freedom and this and that and so forth, but them YouTube checks did this." Nah. I was living this lifestyle a long time ago. I don't know what it's like to be at a job for a year, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. I don't know. In other words, I don't know what it's like being committed to anything except for what I want to be committed to. Like, even when I was in that cult, I was in it, but I wasn't in it. That United Wabian Nation cult, I was in it, but I wasn't in it. I never lived on the land in Eatonton, Georgia. And yeah, I did the bookstores, but that was like a couple months here, a couple months there. I've never been committed or dedicated to anything except for myself. I've always chose myself when looking at life. I've always put myself first when looking at life. Straight up. Now that I have a family, it's something different. But what's so funny, the irony to it is, I said there's no way in the world, and it's crazy. I'm glad that I'm mentioning this too, because I see a lot of people in the comment section say this. "Well, I know your wife and your children hate it, and it's your idea. It's your idea, you know, of living there. It's your idea of eating the fruits and all the rest of that, vegetables off the land." I'm more than sure that they don't like it. The first thing is, get the hell out of my business. You don't know. That's why I purposely never put my children in front of the camera. So you don't know what my children look like. You don't know their names. You don't know what they're thinking. That's the first thing. But the second thing is this. I introduced them when I met I don't want to say better half, but the one that I love. When I met her, she was working. And I was like, nah, we ain't gonna have that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to be on some independent shit, because I want to be able to enjoy you. I want you to have time for me. I want us to have a family, and I want us to be together. How can we be together when you're like, shit, I got to go to work from 9 to 9, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Then by the time I get off, You know what I'm saying? You know, by the time I get home, I'm gonna be tired. So I can't be a mom, and neither can I give you what you need. I can't be your companion. So I was like, yeah, we can't establish no family like that if you're working all the time. And then we had children, and I introduced them and told them, you know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, if you want to work, fine. You want to make money, this and that and so forth, do it on your own terms, though. Because if you work for someone, then that person's going to control you as well as your lifestyle overall. I've always asked my children this question. Do you want to work in a building or own one? Straight up. Because as a person, you determine your own destiny. You don't allow other people to determine your destiny for you or make decisions for you. You have one life to live, and you got to live it. So the reality of it is that bringing my family here, it was a joint effort. Everyone, out of all my family members that I brought along with me, everyone agreed that they wanted this. If one person would have disagreed, we would have took that into consideration. And we would have had to probably make other arrangements. Maybe that one person would have to stay behind. But everyone agreed. And everyone is enjoying themselves. And everyone is living a stressless life. I wouldn't have it no other way. They embrace this way of life that we're living. They enjoy it. They love it. You tell me how many, now we're not talking about like people that live in the Caribbean or Central South America, Mexico, and Africa. We're talking about people that live in northern states in America, and in the South, places in the South, Midwest, California. I don't know any places, with the exception of Florida, and mostly in southern Florida. I don't know any places that you could wake up and see animals, plural, monkeys, iguanas, plural, parrots, toucans. And as you're waking up in the morning, you're cutting up some fresh pineapples, drinking fresh coconut water. Ain't no TVs in here, because ain't nobody concerned about TVs. They're living out their movies. We're living out our movies. We ain't got time to watch somebody else on a TV screen. The beach is walking distance. While en route to the beaches, you know what? If the monkeys ain't got to it, there's mango trees everywhere. Shit, straight up. If the monkeys haven't gotten to it, or if the mangoes haven't dropped to the ground and the bugs haven't gotten to it, you walking while en route to the beach, you can just pick up a mango off the ground from the mango tree or pluck it. There's banana trees everywhere. It's real talk. I don't know too many people that, why wouldn't you want that life? Why wouldn't you want that lifestyle? I'm not worried about fucking going to the store and paying $5 for one mango. We live a very humble life. A very humble lifestyle. We're not going out ordering shit that we want. As a matter of fact, we don't even want shit like that. We don't want, what the fuck? I don't need name brand clothes. I don't need, you look like an idiot walking around here with other people's names on your shirt or on your back, but ain't got nothing in your stomach. Here, you take care of your priorities. You prioritize your life. You prioritize your health. Health is wealth. You prioritize love. You prioritize caring. Straight up. I would never give this up. Because, and it's real talk, like, I was stressed out because I didn't have time for myself. And that's what America's doing right now. It's distracting you. It's distracting you. Your job you're being distracted from working all these hours and shit. You're being distracted from paying all these bills, being distracted from paying credit cards, keeping up your credit score, making car payments, paying car insurance, house insurance, renting the house, paying your rent or mortgage. I could go on with this. All these distractions that's keeping you away from you. And this is the reason why you stressed out. Because that's not how we were supposed to live. That's not how a human's supposed to live. A lot of people are talented. A lot of us are talented. And what we have to do every time we go to work, every time we pay a bill, every time we have to think about paying a bill, every time we have to budget and make decisions on whether we're going to keep the lights on or put food in the refrigerator, that suppresses your creative mind. A lot of us are creative. We have talents. But if those talents don't make sense, double entendre, if it don't make sense, don't make money, then you got to just let that shit go. A lot of people are working jobs that they don't like their fucking job. They don't like what they do. But they're working it. And the only reason why they're working the job is just to pay the bills, just to make ends meet. And nowadays the ends don't meet. Man, I want to tell you all this shit so bad. But I know I'm going to get roasted in the fucking comment section. I don't care. Man, fuck all of this. Do what you got to do. I don't care what you got to do. I don't care what you got to do. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to question you. I'm going to applaud you. When you do what you have to do and you're my next door neighbor, and all is well with you, I'm not going to ask you how you got here, baby. I'm just going to shake your hand and say, glad you made it. Do what you got to do. And you know what I mean by that. As long as you ain't hurting nobody, do what you got to do. Because let me tell you about the system. Because I'm tired of people saying the system. First of all, the system is working quite well. It was meant to suppress people. And I say people because at one point in time, the melanin recessive man and woman thought, you know what I'm saying, that it was just suppressing black people and that the system would work for them. Now, they realize that the system is suppressing not only blacks, but melanin recessive men and women as well, too. Or anyone that lives in America. The system is there to get over, to lie, cheat, and steal. And take advantage of people. So why not do the same things that the system does to you on a daily basis? Why not do it to them? That's real shit. Why not do it back to them? Why not stick it to the man? Because the system ain't a system. And what I mean by that is somebody designed the system. Somebody created the system. And behind every evil, demonic creation that suppresses people, that colonizes people, that takes people away from their families, their loved ones, behind that creation, that system that does all of those things, are evil, wicked, racist, melanin recessive men as well as women. So, do what you gotta do, man. And I truly mean that. Like I said, you become my next door neighbor, I'm not gonna ask you how you got here, as long as you're here. A lot of people wanna know, how did you get here? All these damn fucking questions. Ain't none of my business. Straight up, it's none of my business. It's none of my concerns as long as you're here. That's what matters the most. But yeah, that stress will destroy you. And just think about that. There's a system created for you to be stressed out. Because life is Mother Earth. And I know people gonna be on this shit like, man, here he go with this earthly things. And, man, this is reality and blah, 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 blah. No, it's not. Don't you understand that you're living in someone else's reality? An artificial lifestyle, an artificial world that's built on a real one? Because the reality of it is I didn't get this from that crazy whacked out dude that was from That's So Raven show. I didn't get that from him. I've been saying that shit years ago. The reality of it is you don't have to pay for shit. Pineapples, grapes, fruits, and vegetables are for free. Mother Earth never asks you for shit. So why in the world is it that man not asks, they demand that you pay them before you get your essential shit? You got to pay for water. Water's for free. Let me tell you partly the reason why I don't talk about, this country and what they got going on here. It's I don't want to get in the debates. Some people are like really, when it comes to religion and politics, some people are extremists. And they'll defend their religion or their politicians till the death. That's not how I am. So they wouldn't understand how, like, I would say, I'm not living in your country because this ain't your country. Did you create the ocean? Did you create the sand? Did you create the trees? Did you create the birds, the animals? Did you create the land? So how do you call it yours? My home is wherever I lay my head at on this planet. There's no such thing as borders. It's just a man's, straight up, this is real talk. It's just a man's reality. You're living in another man's reality. And it's not even a reality, it's an illusion. And the reason why I say that is because tectonic plates can shift and move and cause earthquakes and tsunamis. And what was once someone's quote unquote land or country can be destroyed, demolished by Mother Earth. Mother Earth is a reality. She is a living entity. So if I were to praise or give honor and respect to a so-called Most High, it would be my mother that's terrestrial. It will be Gia, Tiamat. She has several different names. And it will be my celestial father, Baba, Abba, Ra, the Son. Straight up. Because the Son, Ra, provides. And the Mother, Earth, nurtures. See that? You see how that works together? How they work together? That's the reason why I can never believe in a Most High being a man. Well, where's the woman? Where's the Most High family? I'm living off of her. And she gives me every fucking thing I need. Everything. And I'm telling you, I might have some of y'all walking away from religion because everything that I ask of her and the Son and my ancestors, they always give it to me. They always come through. I remember when I was a religious man, and I believed in Jesus and I got on my knees, straight up, as a young man, weak, praying to someone, being submissive to an illusional man. I remember my prayers were never answered. But the minute I submitted and gave praise and respect and honor to Baba, Son, and Yumi or Umi, or Ima, Earth, and my ancestors, that's when my life started to change. For the better. So, I'm looking out the window because I'm home. And I'm living a stressless life. And I hope one day you have the opportunity to do the same.